Welcome back, and today we're talking about the eighth son. Are you kidding me? Episode 9. So, like always, let's just jump into it. So episode 9 of the 8th Son was a great episode. I loved this episode. Now, it wasn't better than last episode, and I can see how other people might not enjoy this episode quite as much because really there was no action. So unless you like the characters like I do, I love a lot of the characters in this anime, especially the introduction of Roderick and Wilma. But I love the characters, so for me this episode was great. But if somebody doesn't like the characters or doesn't like the amount of action that this anime or this episode lacked, they probably didn't like the episode. But I enjoyed it quite a lot. But let's break it down, right? Because we see at the start of the episode, Will's party is receiving 2 million gold coins for clearing that dungeon and all the stuff they found that the kingdom is gonna buy. So every single one of the party members is getting 2 million gold coins. And of course, everybody in the party gives that money to Will because they don't want to deal with it. That amount of money is bad news. I mean, we see how Will, with all that success that he has, how other nobles are trying to plot against him, creating all those false rumors about his death and stuff like that. So they don't want any part of it. So they're all disputing the reward, saying that it's too much and they're going to give it to Will. So I thought that that whole scene was very, very well done. We also got the whole magic circle scene. And honestly, I thought Will was going to bring like a nuke or something out of this world, but he ended up just bringing tuna and he created soy sauce and stuff like that. So really, again, this episode was just kind of character development and moving the story for the next plot that we're going to be dealing with, because I want to talk about the end of the anime because this is what I've been waiting for since like episode 3. But we got the introduction of Roderick. Looks like he's gonna be joining the team, the party, Will's party, and he's gonna be staying in the capital whenever Will leaves off to do his adventures and stuff like that. Because Will is trying to leave the capital and go to a place named Breakburg, which I'm guessing is his homeland. But that's everything he's trying to do, right? He's trying to leave the capital. And Roderick, the spear guy that has been trying to be in Will's party for 3 years, finally joins the team. And I like the character really, especially when his loyalty was tested, right? Because in this episode we find out that Ragnar was the one spreading all the rumors regarding Will, and Ragnar turns out is Roderick's father. And the fact that Roderick investigated and found out who it was and even told Will all the information and even disclosed the fact that he was his son. Granted, Ragnar never took care of Roderick or anything like that. It was pretty much like a bastard child, but still, he could have used that information, gone to Ragnar and kind of betrayed Will, but he didn't do that. So I really do like Roderick as a character, and we know he's very powerful because he won the spear tournament. So that's good that Will has that new member in the party that's going to be taking care of everything in the capital, and I really did like the character. Next, we also got Wilma. Now, Wilma was definitely my favorite character introduced in this episode, and I would put her as like my top 2 characters, Alfred and then Wilma, because we see Wilma, all she cares about is eating food, and I love food. So, we're gonna get along. Wilma and we're gonna get along just fine. But Wilma is very powerful as well. This episode, they told us about a hero syndrome. Pretty much, Wilma is just overflowing with mana and she's OP, and she's gonna become Will's kind of bodyguard and stuff like that. So again, I love the fact that Wilma got introduced, love the character, and I thought she was an assassin at first, but really she was spying on Will to see if he could take care of her regarding with food and stuff like that. So I really thought she was about to kill Will, but turns out it was just her trying to get food. It was just kind of a fun episode, especially that underwear scene. That scene had me rolling. But the biggest thing in this episode, the thing that I actually been waiting for since episode like 3 or 4, ever since Will left his family, is actually Will going back to his hometown and facing his family, right? Like Kurt and his father and stuff like that. Because we see Kurt, I hate that dude. So far, he's the guy I hate the most because he's just so like salty about Will becoming a baronet and stuff like that, like rising through the ranks, becoming a bigger noble than Kurt, becoming rich, being successful. We see Kurt is actually salty, and whenever he was told that Will died and all his titles and riches would move on to like, you know, Kurt's kids and stuff like that, he started laughing. And then of course we see the whole party line up, and it looks like they were there meaning business, okay? They were there on business. And I can't wait till the next episode, because finally we're gonna see Kurt and Will talk it out. And I really am hoping that Kurt can actually be a grown-up and talk to Will, because again, Will has given zero reason to Kurt for him to be this salty, okay? I know there could be like a title dispute like with the family and stuff like that, but at this point, Will is just so above Kurt that it doesn't even matter, right? So I don't know why Kurt is so salty. If he would just talk to Will and kind of, you know, just hang out for a little bit, right? Go hunting for a night or two, I think everything will be just fine. I can't wait till the next episode, because I want to see how the whole relationship is going to work out, because I'm pretty sure if Kurt were to ask Will nicely and actually be nice and ask for help for the family, Will will have no reason whatsoever to say no. He would actually do it very, very happily. I mean, we saw what he did when the family didn't bring any presents for the wedding and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure Will would take care of his family if Kurt wasn't such a salty dude. So again, let's wait till the next episode. I can't wait. But like always, let me know what you thought of this episode. Go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode.